All right, guys, welcome back to this wonderful channel. It's a new week and a new beginning for a new day. I hope you enjoyed your weekend very wonderfully. Welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. Ohanezendigbo has entered into wahala with Simon Ekpa, and I don't know how this thing is going to end. I don't actually know how this matter between Ohanezendigbo and Nnamdi Kanu, and Simon Ekpa, who is the Prime Minister of the Biafra government in exile, is going to end. Because I don't think that this is going to end well. The way the thing is starting up. Now, Ohanezendigbo has accused Simon Ekpa of planning to detain Nnamdi Kanu perpetually. What they are saying is that Simon Ekpa does not want Kanu to come out of the DSS detention. And that talk, I don't know how they come about it. I don't even know what prompted it. But one thing I am seeing here is division. First of all, it started between Simon Ekpa and the DOS, Chika Edoziem and the rest, Ima Powerful. Now it has escalated to Ohanezendigbo, now accusing Simon Ekpa of not wanting Nnamdi Kanu to be released. And they are saying that he wants Nnamdi Kanu to be detained in the DSS detention perpetually. But let's go down to that information so we'll see the reason why they are saying this thing. Whether they are now being one-sided or they are trying to be prejudiced in their judgment. Whether they are being judgmental against Simon Ekpa because of the height that he has achieved so far. Of course, recently, I think Simon Ekpa has done a lot to make sure that this struggle of freedom continues, setting up the Biafra government in exile, setting up embassies in many of the countries, and visiting. Recently, he has been doing a tour in Europe, from one country of the Europe to another, making sure that the people around other parts of the world hear about this news of freedom, this news of our self-determination, that we take the people of Chukwuokike Abiama to a promised land that is flowing with milk and honey, which the Chukwuokike Abiama God Almighty promised them. And many people are kicking against what Ekpa is doing. And the reason for that is what I don't know. Maybe let's go down to the news so that you can see what is actually happening. Igbo, before I will read this news, please, if this is your first time of joining us on this channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We are also on all social media handles. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Telegram. If you want to see some of our videos, just go direct to Telegram. That's where you can see us, because some videos are not actually permitted on YouTube, so sometimes we don't post them on here on YouTube. Let's go down to that news. Manama Ohanezendigbo Kandigbo Chikoto Obionu. They said the APES Igbo Social Cultural Organization Ohanezendigbo Youth Council worldwide has urged residents of Southeast to ignore Mr. Simon Ekpa's declaration of 1 week sit at home in the zone. Ekpa had announced 1 week sit at home commencing from today, July 3rd, 2023. The Finland-based Biafra agitator has continued to spearhead regular Monday sit at home in the Southeast despite mainstream leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, suspending the exercise. This thing is coming from the Ohanezendigbo Youth Council. They are the one that is saying this thing so that you know where I'm coming from. Several groups, individual and state government have also condemned the sit-at-home, lamenting its economic implications on the zone. But Ekpa has again asked the people of the Southeast to stay at home for 1 week. In a statement obtained by Daily Post on Monday, the national president of Ohanezendigbo Youth, Mazi Okwu Nnabike, urged Southeast residents to ignore Ekpa's directive. Okwu described Ekpa's order as the dictatorial said there was no justification for someone to relax in his comfortable abode in Finland and then issue order that others should not seek their daily bread for 1 week. The youth group said, "We have always made it clear that Simon Ekpa is not fighting for Biafra, he is only using the name of Biafra to enrich himself. He is also not interested in having Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released because he knows any day Kanu is released, his business will end." So he goes ahead taking decisions, issuing orders that will lead to the prolonged detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One of such is his senseless and unjustified sit-at-home order. How could you ask the breadwinner of a home to sit at home for 1 week and watch himself and his family members starve to death? It is utterly senseless. It is even more deceitful considering that the person issuing the order is in faraway Finland enjoying himself. Ndigbo should therefore not take him seriously. Come out and go about your normal businesses. There is no sit at home anywhere. Ohu added that even the IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had also condemned the sit at home, stating clearly that it was not in the best interest of the people of the zone. For Ekpa to be promoting it against the directive of the IPOB leader, Kanu shows that he is on a personal mission and should be ignored, Ohu added. So I don't see where the matter is coming from, that ohanezendigbo is not in support of the sit-at-home that Simon Ekpa has declared in the southeastern part of the country. Because recently Simon Ekpa has declared a 7 days sit-at-home, and he said that his aim for that sit-at-home is to add more pressure to pressurize the federal government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Secondly, it is also that will be a stepping stone to the actualization of the Biafra nation. That will also make the government to understand that what the people are doing is serious. Well, meanwhile, when it comes to freedom, fighting of freedom is where people take a decisive decision. Taking decision without looking back, without wanting to know what is actually going to happen. I believe that freedom comes with a price, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also understand that. And as long as it does not involve violence, yes, I don't think violence should be the way for a particular nation to get or gain their freedom. But there are processes, there are protocols that are being taken, even though that it is going to affect the people, affect the economy, affect the people around. But if people really want their freedom, nobody sits down and get freedom. Yes, nobody sits down and get freedom. You cannot sit down and say, okay, let freedom come to me. Nobody will give you that freedom until you start taking steps, until you start doing some things, or until you start making moves to see that this freedom is actually actualized. And I think that is what Simon Ekpa is doing. And look at, even when everybody was quiet for a long time now, the Biafra Republic government in exile has been quiet, the IPOB angle has been quiet, the Masop angle has been quiet, the Biafra Liberation Army has been quiet, BNL, all these people have been quiet. And you see the government is not saying anything. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu for them is not even an option. Is a no thing for them. They don't even care whether Kanu is dying there in the DSS detention or whether he is living. They don't care about that. So I think this is the reason why Simon Ekpa is actually taking all this decision, maybe implement it at home, so that the people, the government will see the anger in the people's heart that these people actually want their freedom and they actually want to exist in the nation whereby they find themselves. Meanwhile, I'll be winding down the curtain here, and if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you'll be the first to collect it. Thank you for listening. God bless you.